Rescue and recovery efforts are underway after dozens of tornadoes swept through parts of the U.S. Midwest and South late Friday and early Saturday, causing severe casualties and damage. The tornadoes tore through Arkansas, Illinois, Kentucky, Mississippi, Missouri, and Tennessee. Most of the dead were in Kentucky, where the confirmed death toll on Tuesday morning was 74. Governor Andy Beshear said on Monday that he expected the number would rise as crews searched the ruins and that there were as many as 109 people who were still unaccounted for in the state. Elsewhere in Kentucky, 7 children were killed in Bowling Green, according to a release by the coroner's office in Warren County. And in the tiny town of Bremen, the youngest victim was only 5 months old. In Illinois, a tornado caused the walls and a roof of an Amazon warehouse in Edwardsville to collapse, killing 6 people. And at least 4 people in Tennessee were killed, as well as 2 in Arkansas and 2 in Missouri. The tornado outbreak of that magnitude was unusual during this time of the year, and the road to recover could be long in some affected regions, experts and officials have said. Now we take a closer look at the hardest hit Kentucky. 18 counties in Kentucky have reported damage from the tornadoes, which carved out a long path of about 227 miles of terrain, almost all of that in the state, said Beshear. Over 1,000 homes are destroyed. He said there is significant debris removal going on right now, but there is just a mountain of waste. It is going to take a significant amount of time, and he added that we've got significant livestock dead in all of the areas. There is going on cleanup with that too. More than 26,000 homes and businesses remain without power in Kentucky as of Tuesday morning. The National Weather Service on Sunday classified the tornadoes as an EF3. EF3 tornadoes are defined as storms with wind gusts traveling at speeds of 136 to 165 miles per hour. It is estimated that the maximum width would about 3/4 of a mile wide. The spokesperson for a candle factory, which had been flattened by the violent twister, said that 8 of the 110 workers on the overnight shift Friday had been confirmed dead, and another 8 are still missing, while 94 others have been accounted for. The Kentucky Division of Occupational Safety and Health Compliance is launching a review of the storm deaths at the factory, Beshear said at a Tuesday afternoon news conference. Beshear said such reviews are routine anytime workers are killed on the job. So it shouldn't suggest that there was any wrongdoing, he said. But what it should give people confidence in is that we'll get to the bottom of what happened. Employees at the factory have told news outlets that they fear they'd be fired if they went home ahead of the severe weather outbreak, and the company has denied those allegations. One of the survivors, Kiana Parsons, recalled hunkering down at the candle factory with her co-workers when the tornado hit. She said she felt a gust of wind and her ears popped. The lights flickered before going out completely, and the roof of the building suddenly collapsed, she said. Everybody just starts screaming. I definitely had the fear that I wasn't going to make it, she added. It's a miracle any of us got out of there. The tornado also uprooted trees, downed power lines, and damaged or destroyed houses and vehicles in Mayfield, where thousands of people have been left homeless. Right now, at least 300 members of the Kentucky National Guard have been deployed across the state to help local authorities remove debris and search for survivors as well as victims. According to Mayfield Mayor Kathy Stewart Onan, Her city lost a sewage treatment plant and a water tower, in addition to many homes and businesses. Mayfield still has no power, natural gas, nor flowing water. She said the infrastructure is damaged so severely that getting that up and running is the absolute greatest priority at this time. While in Illinois, the tornado hit an Amazon facility and killed 6 people. During a press conference on Monday, Amazon representatives told reporters that all 6 of the employees killed at the company's warehouse in Edwardsville had congregated in a part of the massive facility that was not meant to provide shelter from severe storms. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos tweeted on Saturday that the news from Edwardsville is tragic. We are heartbroken over the loss of our teammates there, and our thoughts and prayers are with their families and loved ones. Amazon spokesperson Kelly Nantel said that the Edwardsville facility had designated shelter-in-place room with no windows on the north side of the building. Nearly all of the 46 employees working when the twister hit Friday night had gathered in the room after receiving tornado warnings. Deanne Criswell, administrator of the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, said they really want to make sure that they find anybody who still might be trapped in the rubble. The White House announced that U.S. President Joe Biden will travel to Fort Campbell, Kentucky on Wednesday and then visit Mayfield and Dawson Springs, parts of which were flattened by the tornadoes. Biden said on Saturday that he is monitoring the situation very closely since early that morning and called the disaster likely one of the largest tornado outbreaks in the U.S. history. He declared on Sunday that a major disaster exists in Kentucky and ordered federal aid to supplement the state and local recovery efforts in the areas affected by severe storms, straight-line winds, flooding, and tornadoes. The tornadoes, which included the largest in Kentucky's history, mangled many communities beyond recognition, and officials cautioned that recovery would be slow. Tornadoes can form at any time of year, but most occur in the spring and summer months, according to meteorologists. Defined as vertical funnels of rapidly spinning air, these violent twisters are born in thunderstorms and are often accompanied by hail. Their winds may top 250 miles an hour and can clear a pathway a mile wide and 50 miles long. Tornadoes occur around the world, but the United States is a major hotspot with about 1,000 tornadoes every year. An extreme weather researcher at Northern Illinois University pointed out, however, that the powerful tornadoes churning through the U.S. states were unusual coming in December, when colder weather normally limits the storms. However, the FEMA administrator Criswell said, "We do see tornadoes in December. That part is not unusual, but at this magnitude, I don't think we'd ever seen one like this late in the year. But it's also historic. Even this, the severity and the amount of time this tornado or these tornadoes spent on the ground is unprecedented." She also warned such extreme weather events could be a new normal, pointing to the effects of climate change. She said, "We're taking a lot of efforts at FEMA to work with communities to help reduce the impacts that we're seeing from these severe weather events and help to develop system-wide projects that can help protect communities." Meanwhile, CNN said in its report that scientific research on the role that climate change is playing in the formation and intensity of tornadoes is not as robust as for other types of extreme weather like droughts, floods, and even hurricanes. The short and small scale of tornadoes, along with an extremely spotty and unreliable historical record for them, makes assessing their relationships to long-term, human-caused climate change very difficult. Although establishing connections between climate change and tornadoes is difficult, the correlation between El Niño and tornadoes is strong. The unseasonable warmth helped fuel volatility in the atmosphere that can generate strong thunderstorms. Together with La Niña, a naturally occurring climate pattern that creates favorable storm conditions across the south, conditions were ripe to spawn intense tornadoes. It is worth noting that the country is currently experiencing La Niña, which is expected to last into spring of next year. The Washington Post said the vicious centerpiece of the weekend tornadoes was a monster supercell that carved an hours-long, 250-mile path from eastern Arkansas to western Kentucky. A powerful storm system set up the chaos as it swept from the Rockies toward Canada, triggering high winds over large areas of the Mid-South, Midwest, and Great Lakes. President Biden said the intensity of the weather across the board has some impact as a consequence of the warming of the planet and the climate change. More research is needed, but scientists are eager to understand how climate change influences the ingredients that create tornadoes, from temperature to humidity to wind, and what the outcome will be in the frequency and intensity of such storms. While it's difficult at the moment to draw direct links between tornadoes and climate change, the impact of warming temperatures is undoubtedly a key piece of the puzzle.